Imagine waking up one morning to find that a dust storm has engulfed not just your city, not just your country, but your entire planet. Sounds like science fiction, right? Well, on Mars, this nightmare scenario is absolutely real, and it happens more often than you might think. Welcome to the most extreme weather phenomenon in our solar system, where storms don't just affect a region, but can literally swallow an entire world. Mars, our neighboring red planet, experiences dust storms unlike anything we see on Earth. While Earth's most powerful hurricanes might span hundreds of miles, Martian dust storms can grow to encompass the planet's entire surface area of over 55 million square miles. That's an area larger than all of Earth's continents combined, completely obscured by swirling dust and sand. But how does a storm grow so massive? What triggers these planet-wide tempests? And what would it be like to experience one firsthand? Let's start with the basics. Mars is already a dusty place. The entire planet is covered in a fine layer of iron oxide dust, which is what gives Mars its distinctive reddish color. This dust is incredibly fine, much finer than beach sand, more like talcum powder. Individual particles are only about 3 micrometers in diameter, which is smaller than a red blood cell. This fine texture means the dust can be lifted into the atmosphere incredibly easily, and once it's up there, it can stay suspended for weeks or even months. The Martian atmosphere plays a crucial role in these storms. While Mars has an atmosphere, it's extremely thin, only about 1% the density of Earth's atmosphere. You might think a thin atmosphere would make storms weaker, but it actually creates unique conditions that allow dust storms to grow to unprecedented sizes. The thin atmosphere means there's less air resistance, so winds can reach incredible speeds. Martian winds have been recorded at over 60 miles per hour, and during major storms they can exceed 100 miles per hour. But here's something fascinating. Despite these incredible wind speeds, you wouldn't be knocked over by a Martian dust storm like you would by a hurricane on Earth. The atmospheric pressure is so low that even at 100 miles per hour, the force you'd feel would be similar to a gentle breeze on Earth. The real danger wouldn't be from the wind itself, but from the dust. The fine particles would get into absolutely everything: machinery, spacesuits, habitats, and breathing equipment, which is why these storms pose such a significant challenge for future human missions to Mars. So how do these storms start? It all begins with temperature differences. Mars has extreme temperature variations, with differences of up to 170 degrees Fahrenheit between day and night in some regions. During the Martian spring and summer in the southern hemisphere, the planet is closer to the sun, and the polar ice cap, which is made of frozen carbon dioxide, begins to sublimate, turning directly from solid ice into gas. This releases massive amounts of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, increasing atmospheric pressure and creating strong temperature gradients. These temperature differences create winds, and winds lift dust. Once dust is in the atmosphere, something remarkable happens. The dust absorbs sunlight and heats up, which warms the surrounding air. This warm air rises, creating even stronger winds that lift even more dust. It's a feedback loop that can quickly spiral out of control. Small dust devils, which are common on Mars, can merge and grow. Local dust storms can expand and connect with other storms. Within days or weeks, what started as a small disturbance can become a regional storm covering millions of square miles. But the really big ones, the planet-encircling dust storms, are much rarer. These global events typically occur once every 3 to 4 Martian years, which is about every 6 to 7 Earth years. Scientists have been observing Mars closely since the 1800s, and they've documented several of these massive storms. The most famous recent one occurred in 2018 and lasted for months, completely obscuring the surface of Mars from view. This 2018 storm is particularly memorable because it ended the mission of NASA's Opportunity rover. Opportunity had been exploring Mars for over 14 years, far exceeding its planned 90-day mission. But when the global dust storm hit, it blocked out the sun so completely that the solar-powered rover couldn't recharge its batteries. The dust was so thick that it turned day into night. Opportunity sent its last transmission on June 10th, 2018, and despite numerous attempts to re-establish contact, the rover never responded again. It remains on Mars today, likely buried under layers of dust, a testament to both the durability of human engineering and the raw power of Martian weather. Let's talk.